Hello people, how are we doing? Welcome back. This is a squad review this time on the same team I've been using over the last episode of I'm a Boss, where we looked at Sammy and Nasri in a little bit more depth. This time around we're going to do a little bit of a review on the team, go a little bit more in depth to it. What I'm trying to do to save time for you guys, as you can see on the right side here, I've got a few details about the team, key players, key attributes, stuff like that. Also, just above that, obviously you can probably see, is some of the goals that have been scored with this team. That's going to be on like a continuous loop, so if we do run out of goals, you might see some of the same goals come up again. Anyway, so this is the team, and we're going to get straight into this. It's playing in a 4-1-2-1-2 formation. I must say it's really balanced. Definitely my favourite formation on FIFA 12. Not so much on FIFA 13, but I am getting used to it. I tend to find it really struggles when they have 4-5-1, 4-3-3, something with 3 centre midfielders or 2 holding and 1 attacking. That's when I find this formation is really flawed. There's a big gap in between the cam and the CDM if you don't play the game right. Obviously, good use of the D-pad will help you along the way. Anyway, so let's start from the back and go to the front. So you probably all saw him last time. It was a bit of a surprise package for a lot of you. Definitely for me is Aurelio Gomez. Honestly, this geezer is so good. He parries a lot of things. He doesn't catch a lot, but his parries are very Casillas-like. He'll put them very wide. For his height, his agility is fantastic. Also, the main thing I love about this fella is his distribution from a throw. I find that really key to get an attack moving really quick when you've just made a save. I don't kick it with him too much. I couldn't tell you how accurate that is, but his throwing is pinpoint. It's really good. So over at left back, we've got Gael Clichy, or Cliche, however you pronounce it. Again, I'm not too quite sure. He gets backwards and forwards. He's a really strong player. I can't say too much about him in terms of respects of attacking, because I do start most games on defensive just so I can withstand a little bit of pressure and build myself into the game. I don't tend to find him very high up the pitch. I think he may have a high attacking attribute. In fact, I'm pretty sure he has a high attacking attribute. I should have really worked that out, to be honest. Not attribute, sorry. I mean work rate. I should have probably really sorted that out for you guys, but I didn't get time. So what I'll do is I'll foot whiz this team and put a link in the comments, not the comments, in the little description below. So check that out if you want to look at the attacking attributes and so on. So next guy I've already put in here is going to be Vincent Kompany. Limped off in the derby today, but still, man, this geezer is a monster. He chews things up with his partner in crime, which is definitely Thiago Silva. I already mentioned before in a previous, in the I'm a Boss, is Thiago Silva. I've used in several, or probably more teams. He's really good. They're both great. They win balls in the air. They both score headers. They're really dangerous in the attacking box, especially from corners. Right back is Gregory van der Wiel, a player that's really surprised me, actually. I needed that PSG link to give Thiago Silva that 9 chemistry, so I was really limited for options. Wasn't too disappointed with having to use Van der Wiel. It gave me a chance to try him out and see what I think of him. I find him a lot higher than Gael Clichy, but he does recover in time. He's 86 paces. I think it's a little bit of, I think it's 86. It is a little bit of a lie. It's 85. Okay, it's a little bit of a lie. I say he feels more towards an 88. I don't find him any slower than Gael Clichy, to be honest. But again, this is a solid back four. Distribution from the keeper is great. They've all got good touches, and they move the ball forward really well. I mean, with a passing tribute 76, 74, 78, and 72. I mean, that's pretty steady, to be honest, and that's a great back four. Don't concede many goals. When I do, they're normally shit ones, you know, where they bounce around and we can't really clear our lines. I like to pass it out from the back, so hoofing isn't really an option for me, but sometimes maybe that's what you need to do. Anyway, so moving into CDM will be Ramirez, a player that I love, but also frustrates me on the game. His passing I find to be very subpar. He's not great with it. He gives the ball away an awful lot, but his work rate is fantastic. He's got great stamina, and he covers the back four. I find him in a lot of areas. He's quick to recover, obviously, with that 88 pace. But yeah, I mean, some games I'll love him, some games I'll want to rip his head off, to be honest, but I suppose that's the joy of FIFA. Well, actually, we'll leave the left midfielder just for a moment. So we'll go over to Menez. So Menez is solid. His attacking runs are exceptionally good. I think he comes out as a right winger, so probably his attacking mentality is a little bit bigger than some of the other midfielders. His runs when he's when I'm in control with the ball with a different player, his AI runs are really good. A couple of good goals where he's got in behind from making good runs. Great dribbling attribute, and again great pace. Probably I'd say that right side, even though they're 84 and 85, it's definitely lying. They're that's not slow at all, but they're not that slow. They are feeling a lot quicker when you're moving with them. So move over to Eden Hazard, and this is probably, or Eden Hazard, sorry, or Azar. This is definitely the letdown of the team for me. I'm not too impressed with Hazard at a left midfield position. I had him in a left forward with Miralas up front, and I think it was Robin on the right forward, and worked really well. So I had high hopes for him coming into this as a left midfielder. But no, he's definitely not a left midfielder, so I definitely steer clear of him. Maybe look more towards Nani or someone similar like that from the Premier League, but definitely steer clear of Eden Hazard. Okay, so into the cam. Again, he was the boss in my other episode. And now Sami Nasri. I mean, he hasn't got a great return on goals in me in a cam. He gets a lot better return on goals as centre forward. Finds himself in a lot better attacking positions. But as a cam, I tend to find he gets more assists. Very rarely picks up man of the match, which does surprise me, to be honest. He does win. He gets set up a lot of goals. He made, whether he's the pass that sets it up or he's the pass within it, that's the clinical pass that finds the gap. He's a player normally that does it for me. I find that he doesn't track back, so he sits in like a gap in between the defence and midfield a lot of the time, and he's always there as an outlet. Even when you switch defensive or attacking, his position doesn't change too much. It seems to sit right in that middle area. So then the strikers obviously were Mr. Balotelli, who has a return of, I think, 19 goals in 12 games. Let me have a little look. Yeah, 19 goals in 12 games. Quite a few of those are penalties, but I mean, this geezer's a beast, to be honest. Very close to getting my I'm a boss ahead of Nasri, but just missed out on it, unfortunately. Great player. I was sceptical about having him at first, was told by a few people he was a beast, and don't particularly like him in real life, probably why I was put off by him, but definitely a player on this, and he knows where the goal is, that's a fact. He makes great runs in behind, got a great power bang, an awesome finesse shot, which for FIFA 13 is really rare. Okay, so going into his partner is Karim Benzema, who I've used a couple of times. He's pissed me off a couple of times, but this team I think he fits in really well with. He's definitely more effective in the 4-1-2-1-2 formation or a 4-2-2-2. Anything with three at the back, I tend to find there's too many people going forward and he needs space. If he doesn't have space, he tends to get crowded out and loses the ball a lot. I don't think his ball control maybe is probably lacking, I think, or something. I don't know, really. There's something lacking with him when the space is limited. Where likes of Menez and Nasri and Balotelli can find a gap with their AI movement. I don't think Benzema can. Maybe you've had a different experience with him, I don't know, but that's just the way he's come across to me. But again, another great goal scorer. He's hit 12 in 12. So yeah, I can't argue too much with him. He also has a great left foot, that's why I stick him on the left side of the two. So that's the team. I'm sure you've seen a few of the goals as we've gone through. A few nice goals through sweaties and stuff like that. It depends really on how the game's going, whether you need to pull out a little bit of a noob goal or whether you can just enjoy it. I mean, obviously, getting 2-0 up quite early is a big incentive for the other player just to dive in like a madman. You can probably see coming up in any second at the end here, there's some dude who rages at me about my team, but I just wanted to put him on here, say, hey, how you doing? But there we go, man. So this has been the team. I'm not too sure really what else to say on it, unless I'm not sure what information you're maybe looking for. Maybe you want to drop a comment in or DM me on Twitter or something if there's a bit more information you would like on a player or this formation, or if there's anything that you want me to have a look at to review for you. But overall, pretty steady team. They all have 9 chemistry, for in case you were wondering. It does say Thiago Silva has 7 there, but if Anta says Cliche has 6. But let me just back out for you and come back in, because it's a stupid glitch on FIFA. And we come back in, and they should all have 9 chemistry. There we go. So they've all got 9 chemistry. Definitely a team to get. They're a lot quicker than they look on paper. I mean, obviously, Eden Hazard is a 90 in there, but definitely look to change him if I was you. The rest are around the 85 to 84, 86 area. So there we go. Yeah, this has been a great team to play with. I think it's time to move on now as we look towards my next I'm a Boss. And yeah, if you get this team, you're going to enjoy it, but you'll need the coins. Again, change Hazard. Peace! Here, this geezer is just unreal. I played him at a centre forward in a 4-3-2-1 or 4-3-1-2, I can't quite remember. And he picked off 40-50 goals.